Gambia occupies a land area of approximately 10,689 square kilometers, making it one of the smallest countries in Africa. The climate is typically Sahelian with long dry seasons. The distribution of rainfalls tend to be irregular. As a result, agricultural activity is subjected to wide seasonal fluctuation. Agriculture, the backbone of the Gambian economy, is mostly rain-fed. Peanut is a cash crop. Rice, maize, and millets are primary means of subsistence, bettering the level of living and lifting the social status of the average inhabitants of the mentioned communities, whose daily income is less than $5, has been a concern of the proprietor during one of his annual homecoming, which conceptualized Tentu farm.
This is the story of a small farm in Tubanding, a village near Bansang, midway up the Gambia River in the African country of the Gambia. The farm shows how much benefit can come from a comparatively small effort. Its founder is a charitable and entrepreneurial Gambian, originally a high school exchange student, who paid forward his experience in the United States to help his native land. Thus, he gave the farm the Mandinka name Tentu, meaning with gratitude to God, to express thanks for his many blessings. In everything but time devoted to the project, his investment has been modest. The farm is small, its yield is small, its equipment is minimal, but its impact on the surrounding community is large. This project, described in the following scenes, is reproducible many times over.
Tentu farm was conceived as primarily a farming philanthropic effort to alleviate the prevailing abject poverty in the village of Tubanding and the surrounding communities of Solulu, Fuga, and Bruko. Tentu farm, located in Tubanding village, 30 minutes drive from Bansang, the nearest town in the area. The village of Tubanding constitutes approximately 36 households with an estimated population of 450 inhabitants, 75% of which is under the age of 25 years. It is the second populated community in the area. Upon request, the Alkalu, village head of Tubanding, allocated an area along the river bank for the creation of Tentu farm. The Alkalu, under the traditional land tenure system, has the authority to allocate land in his jurisdiction for farming purposes. The allocated area is about half a kilometer from Tubanding. At the time, the land was bushy and impenetrable to the river. Clearing the allocated land was the first cash earning opportunity the farming enterprise provided for the villagers. The men and women were hired to do the clearing using primitive tools, axes and cutlasses. The first effort was thus inefficient and ineffective, leaving the tree trunks and huge trees. A bulldozer and an excavator were hired from nearby agricultural center in Sapo to complete the clearing. A canal was dug from the river to supply water to the ponds by tidal irrigation. The area was finally plowed and demarcated into 9 plots. Our Tentu farm constitutes several acres of land, measuring 325 by 275 meters along the banks of the River Gambia. The farm consists of several plots of rice fields, banana plantations, cassava fields, and 5 fish ponds. An area was allocated to village women for vegetable gardens. The fish ponds are used to farm tilapia, locally called furo, and catfish, locally called konokono. Farming season is limited to 3 months of the year. The remaining 9 months is devoted to vegetable gardening. The villagers depend on shallow wells to water their plots of garden. Several of these wells are dug to compensate for the scanty water supply. A pond with a capacity of over 10,000 cubic meters of water is sunk in a strategic location within the farm, availing to the women gardeners at all times. The women of the village are hired to do the transplanting, weeding, and harvesting of the rice fields, which is an additional income for them. Currently, the farm has 2 full-time employees. One is resident on the farm and the other commutes. hoɗum woni liggema
dugol banana
eyi mi yi kañ oɗon nawa bananaji to ko waɗi ho leydi heede ɗo moƴƴani ho ko waɗi hoɗum woni probléme
leydi ndi moƴƴi kono ko ndiyam hawjidi banana o si ari haw fuɗɗi foorde tan ndiyam naata e makko
ndiyam
ɗiɓa banana o fof waɗa toon
fof yakko
o yakko duuɓi ɗiɗi mi heɓani nafoore e makko haala waɗi joni jooma gaadi mo ari o wi joni mi waɗa gaadi mo banana transfa kadi min dara gollammiɗo heɓa dépense toon eyi mi heeɓi toon nafoore no feti
dépense heewi toon dépense
miɗo heɓa toon dépense
ko dépense tan heɓɗa toon
ɗum wona tan de so ɓay mi wujjanayi goto mi ñawlaka hay goto mi yawtana ɗum haaju am mi yawani ɗum
ay si
caɗele amen ɗe ɓuura ko musidɗam o wi ko sana wulundu battuji goɗɗi ko minen tan ɗiɗo wonta ɗo ha nangue muta
eyi
bottari fotan mi yami addi a bottari min botto mi yiita ɗo ɓeyɗi foti min waɗay kanje min waɗay e follere min waɗay patancé min waɗay menteng min waɗay fodal
Mahmoud Jara
Nima sun ya na da purge faroko ay jiwo sama manota
hectare nan le doku ale wole doku serum so hectare nano e mani boto jelle dia tan nani nani mani kama
tala tubanding satu be mo korda be do
so munda ko al man al buga wafi al kadi sate o molle munda ko
Sadio Bemboloji, Bal Bemboloji, Sisel Bemboloji, Burol Bemboloji, Kamun Bemboloji. Alu wulul fana Bemboloji, nga kuno wole ko kurundo nga wul faare. Ani duto fana bizi firi. Momo solotare na.
Tinggal badu kole.
Ika badu ko.
Ina famu sura ta bangfola. To watu do ngana garden do yani. Ngana daga yang watu do fotiri ta mbia. Buka ta bansa fa. Monge mole komani wona nya kama. Sasa mabansa mara mbia watu do treta mbia. Sanu sama gada bumu fela lori watu do ngata bumu le kono. Sama gada lo. So ala tondo garden do yang na fambia te bangfola. Masi ada baga ba. No yang kele aku fen fen masala.
Le ku fen fen meso.
Ku fen masala garden do yang. Kele aku masala.
The farmhouse consists of 2 bedrooms, a living room, and 2 stores.
Mbadilama boromina ni kafe minna ni gidogi godima